Alright, GBD. Time to put your game face on. Time to put your game face on. Need to have a good week this week. What time is it? Game time! Whoo! What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. This channel is home of at least one college football video every single day. So yeah, it's that time again. It's time for my Week 8 spread pick video, baby. Last week I went 10-10. That's 500. I'm not okay with that. It's not a losing record, but it's just 500. Overall this year, I'm 64-56. That's 53%. Last year I went like 68% the entire year. I have to do better. So it's time to have a big bounce back week this week. Let's go. The first thing I noticed is there's no ranked teams versus ranked teams matchups. It is what it is. I'll try to make lemonade with it. Yes, I have my trusty spread pick notebook. First up on the dockets, number 2 Cincinnati at Navy. Cincinnati 6-0, Navy is 1-5. Cincinnati is a 28.5 point favorite. They embarrassed UCF pretty good in the last game. I think they do it even worse than Navy. I'm laying those 28 points. Next up, Northwestern at number 6 Michigan. Northwestern 3-3, Michigan 6-0. Michigan laying the 23.5. I think Michigan wins by 3 touchdowns, but I'm taking those 23.5 points. I think Northwestern has a sneaky good defense. Not a great defense, sneaky good. After that, Illinois at number 7 Penn State. Illinois 2-5, Penn State 5-1. Same exact spread. Penn State favored by 23.5. So you know what? I'm going to take the points again, just because. Number 16 Wake Forest at Army. Wake Forest is undefeated 6-0. Army is 4-2. Wake Forest only a 3-point favorite. I think there's a reason for that. Army's a pretty good team. This is on the road. Wake Forest barely survived on the road to Syracuse. I don't think they do it against Army. I'm taking the Black Knights in a straight up mild upset. Wisconsin at number 25 Purdue. Wisconsin 3-3, Purdue 4-2. Surprisingly, Wisconsin is a 3.5 point favorite on the road. Purdue just beat Iowa, spanked them. I don't think they're going to spank Wisconsin, but I'm taking Purdue in the mild upset. I think they're the better team. Number 8 Oklahoma State at Iowa State. Oklahoma State 6-0, Iowa State 4-2. Iowa State the 7-point favorite. I'm taking Iowa State in this game, but I'm also taking the 7 points. I think they get a close, hard-fought win against the Cowboys and hand them their first loss. Number 10 Oregon at UCLA. Oregon 5-1, UCLA 4-2. UCLA a 1-point favorite. I'm laying that 1 point. I think UCLA wins by at least a field goal. Oregon struggles on the road, well, except for that great win against Ohio State. But that was a long time ago. I think UCLA gets the job done and beats Oregon. On over to the SEC. LSU at number 12 Ole Miss. LSU is 4-3 and Ole Miss is 5-1. Ole Miss an 8-point favorite. I don't think that's nearly enough points. I'm laying those points. I think people are fooled that LSU beat number 20 Florida last week. No, Ole Miss all over LSU. Big time ACC matchup. Clemson at number 23 Pitt. Clemson 4-2, Pitt 5-1. Pitt the 3.5 point favorite. I hate saying this, but I am taking Pitt in this game, but I'm also taking the 3.5. This is going to be a very close game, and Pitt's going to have to fight for this win. But you know what, Pitt? You can still eat shit. Eat shit, Pitt. Do you hear me? Eat shit, Pitt. Tennessee at number 4, Alabama. Tennessee 4-3, Alabama 6-1. Alabama 25-point favorite. They beat Ole Miss at home by 21 points. I don't think Tennessee's as good as Ole Miss. They just lost to Ole Miss at home, so I'm laying the 25. Number 22, San Diego State at Air Force. San Diego State 6-0, Air Force 6-1. Air Force a 3-point favorite. I'm laying those points. I think Air Force gives San Diego State their first loss of the season. Air Force is a force to be reckoned with in the Mountain West. Jumping over to Conference USA, number 24, UTSA at Louisiana Tech. UTSA is 7-0, Louisiana Tech 2-4. UTSA only a 6.5 point favorite. I'm going to lay those points all day long. I think UTSA is going to wipe the floor with Louisiana Tech. Number 5, Ohio State at Indiana. Ohio State 5-1, Indiana 2-4. At the beginning of the season, we thought Indiana could potentially upset Ohio State at this point in the season. No, that's not going to happen. Ohio State 21-point favorite. I got Ohio State by 3 scores, but I'm going to take the 21. I think that's a smidge too much. Indiana did give Michigan State some trouble. I don't think they're going to give the Buckeyes some trouble. I just think that 21 is too much. USC at number 13, Notre Dame. USC 3-3, Notre Dame 5-1. Notre Dame just a 7-point favorite. USC is horrible. Of course I'm going to lay that 7. It's going to be a blowout. South Carolina at number 17, Texas A&M. South Carolina 4-3, Texas A&M 5-2. Texas A&M a 19.5-point favorite. Look, I don't think South Carolina's a very good team. I think Texas A&M is finding their offense. I'm laying the 19.5. That one could get ugly. And don't forget, South Carolina's starting quarterback Doty is out for the rest of the season because he has to have surgery on his shoulder. Number 18, NC State at Miami of Florida. NC State 5-1, Miami of Florida 2-4. NC State's a 3.5-point favorite. I guess they're expecting Miami to rally somehow. No, NC State is the far better team, so of course I'm going to lay that 3.5. I think NC State wins by at least 10 points here. The hot seat for Manny Diaz gets cranked up to a 10. On over to the Big 12, Kansas State at Texas Tech. Kansas State 3-3, Texas Tech 5-2. This line is actually even, but I'm going to take Kansas State. I think they're the better team. Not too long ago, Texas Tech got blown out by TCU at home. I don't think they get blown out, but I think the Wildcats get the win here. Utah at Oregon State. This could be a good game. Both of these teams are 4-2. Utah is the 3-point favorite. I'm going to lay the 3, but that's not me saying it's a blowout. I think they could win by a touchdown. This might be a must-watch game. I'm telling you, going to be a good one. BYU at Washington State. BYU's 5-2, Washington State 4-3. BYU just a 4-point favorite. There's a reason for that. Right now, BYU's cold and Washington State's hot. I'm taking the team that's hot. I'm taking the Cougars in a mild upset at home. And finally, the last game on the docket in the Big 12, my team, West Virginia, on the road to TCU. West Virginia 2-4, TCU 3-3. TCU a 4.5-point favorite. I'm actually going to lay the points. I think this is going to be a good game, but it's on the road. West Virginia hasn't won a road game in a very long time, and we have been struggling. I think TCU beats West Virginia by 10. But that doesn't mean you start talking about firing Neil Brown again. You got to give him time. Total rebuild mode was left with nothing. So prepare yourself for a loss against TCU without talking about firing Neil Brown. I'm sick of it. I will be live streaming that game. Hopefully West Virginia gets a win. I would love to be wrong about that pick. So we'll get to see live if Golden Blue Dude was wrong about that particular pick. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next show.